Demons has opened inside and welcomes back its customers. The menu's the same, the service is fast, and the food is fantastic, and the sauces remain the same, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. The number is the same, 588-WING, 588-9464. Damon's Restaurant on West Cherry Street in Jessup. Dining room now open for business. Come on in and enjoy a great meal today.
A bank that puts people first. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. Serving Jessup, Patterson, and Waycross. A true community bank led by experienced neighborhood bankers that live and work in our community. Offering competitive loan options for commercial and consumer clients. Stop by the Jessup branch and meet branch manager Mandy Yeomans and her fantastic team. Call 912-810-1540. Let First Southern Bank be your bank of choice. First Southern Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 807 with WIFO-FM Big Dog Country. World famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings, and First Southern Bank.
Good morning, Jonathan. We got several topics today. We got Coach Cribb and Lynn Lewis with the Touchdown Club in the green room. We'll get with them shortly. But first, we got the DDA Chamber and Kiwanis Club, Scarecrows Among Us, third straight year that the Scarecrows Among Us contest will get underway. And Molly's here with the DDA and got a special guest, so we'll turn it over to Molly.
Yep. I have Tanya Anderson here with me. She's the president this year of the Kiwanis Club. Like Bob said, you know, we've done this the past 2 years. This will be our third year doing the Scarecrows Among Us contest in downtown. We've had a great response the past couple of years, and so we're excited to do it again. We thought that this is something we can do in the current times where you know, people can still social distance and get out and look at the scarecrows. They can stay in their cars if they want to, if they don't want to get out. But we're excited about it. So I'm gonna let Tanya tell you a little bit about the dates and all that good stuff.
This year, the applications are going to be due by September the 30th. The past 2 years, we've only had a weekend to set up the scarecrows before the judge, and this year we're actually going to do setup between October 5th and the 12th, and so you'll have a week to set up your scarecrows this year before the judging. Winners are going to be announced live on WIFO on October 30th at 8 a.m. instead of at the Archfest this year.
So we've got the same categories that we've had in the past.
So does that mean there's no Archfest this year for people? That's what I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay,
we have
no Archfest this year.
The
no
DDA
rodeo. Everything's being canceled due to the pandemic. So
yeah, DDA has decided to forego for this year. Hopefully everything will be different in 2021, and we'll be able to come back and maybe reinvent the wheel a little bit. And
she mentioned where do people get the applications? Where do you make your entry?
The applications are available to be picked up at either City Hall or the Chamber, and all entries have to be turned into the Chamber with the $35 entry fee.
Okay, so it's $35 to enter your scarecrow. All right.
Yep.
And how do you select who puts their scarecrow where? How does that work?
That is pretty much first come, first serve. You know, once we get all of the entries in, we kind of look at the first ones turned in and start lining up the spots.
Unless you're downtown, and then you get in front of your business.
I gotcha. And what are the categories? There's several prizes. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, we've got 4 different categories. So we've got business category, family or individuals, groups, and then schools. And groups is like nonprofit organizations and so forth. We base the prizes, because pretty much all of the entry fees go back into the prizes. So we base the prizes off how many entries we had. Last year we did $350 per category. So
probably pretty good price for your scarecrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. But I mean, Jonathan, I've talked about it. It's one of the, people are excited. It's just a great thing to see. I see people go down there and take pictures and things like that. But it's amazing how much time people put into their scarecrows and the thought process. I mean, there's a lot of talented people in Wayne County, and it's just fun to see the scarecrows pop up and go around and look at them, like I said. But I see people taking their families down there, take pictures, and I mean, it's just a great addition to the downtown area during Halloween and that time of year.
They get very, very creative with their scarecrows, and you would be amazed on, like you said, the time that it takes. I think some people, when they first enter, they decide to enter and they don't realize exactly. How intensive it is.
It's intense. Jonathan and I joked yesterday, the question was that the Scarecrows have to have masks. We said, no, they just have to social distance. But you think some of the Scarecrows might have masks this year?
I do. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we have some Corona-themed Scarecrows.
Well, again, explain again where people pick up the applications, what the deadline is, and all the information.
Sure.
And this is a 3-program joint. This is the DDA, the Chamber, and Kiwanis all together. Is that correct?
Okay. Yes. The Wayne Chamber and Downtown Development, and then Jessup Kiwanis Club. We all partnered together. We all put in the work to make it happen. So, again, the entries are due by September 30th. It's a $35 entry fee. They'll have a week to set up between October 5th and the 12th. And cash prizes will be awarded. We'll have judging on October 13th, right after they go up, and the winners won't be announced until the end of October 30th. And then the People's Choice will all be on the Wayne County Chamber Facebook page again.
And they have to come down by November
the 5th, I think. 2nd, November 2nd. So they'll be up.
To pick up the prize. Right.
Yep.
Right. Well, I'm sure when we announce on the radio, they'll be in the parking lot waiting for their check. So that'll be what day we can announce that? What's the date?
October 30th.
October 30th. Okay, we'll look forward to that. 8 o'clock, announce the winners. But look forward to the contest. I'm sure we'll have you all back in between now and when the application process begins, to keep people up to date on. But again, look forward to it every year. Like I said, it's been a great addition. Again, hats off to Ralph Trapner, who brought this idea a couple of years ago to Wayne County. Him and Randy saw it somewhere in a different city
I think it was,
brought it back.
Hartwell, Georgia, or something like that.
Right, but it was a big hit the first year. It even grew last year. I'm sure it's even going to grow this year. More and more Scarecrows. But like I say, it's just a great addition, and people enjoy it, and people get into it, and it's just a great contest.
I know. I know that me and my family enjoy going and looking at the Scarecrows and seeing all the different ones. My son loves to take pictures, like you said. I've got to take a picture with every Scarecrow.
The Chamber does one, City Hall does one. I mean, the Clerk of Court's done one the last couple of years. So a lot of people excited about the contest, and like I said, really spend a lot of time and effort into the Scarecrow. So, again, we'll get you back in, but we do appreciate you coming in. We've got some other guests in the green room, but always good to see you. So just call Leanne and reschedule and get you back in. And let people, we'll just keep people up to date. Leave the flyer so we can let people know as well. So, but we appreciate y'all. Have a great weekend.
All right, y'all too. Thank you.
We'll be back to Talk Touchdown Club right after this word from our sponsor. Stay tuned.
And then along came Walker Jones.
Looking for a great deal on a new Toyota? Come see at Walker Jones Toyota. Great deals and big savings. Offering 0% interest on select new 2020 Toyotas. And pay nothing until November. Every new Toyota comes with a lifetime warranty and complimentary maintenance with Toyota Care. We'll take care of you like good friends and neighbors should. Come see us at Walker Jones Toyota, Memorial Drive in Waycross. And online at WalkerJonesToyota.com.
Walker Jones.
Walker Jones.
Get the best deal from Walker Jones.
Offer the approved credit on select 2020 new Toyotas. Must finance through SCTF for 0. Payments may be deferred for 90 days. Interest accrues from inception contract date. Offers cannot be combined plus tax tag, Georgia limit law, and includes $699 dealer fee. Monthly, see dealer for details. Ends 8/31/2020. Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup. A bank that puts people first. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. Serving Jessup, Patterson, and Waycross. A true community bank led by experienced neighborhood bankers that live and work in our community. Offering competitive loan options for commercial and consumer clients. Stop by the Jessup branch and meet branch manager Mandy Yeomans and her fantastic team. Call 912-810-1540. Let First Southern Bank be your bank of choice. First Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings restaurant in Jessup is now open for business, practicing social distancing, but still serving that great food that Damon's is famous for. Come inside or come through the drive-thru, but Damon's is open inside and welcomes back its customers. The menu's the same, the service is fast, and the food is fantastic, and the sauces remain the same, mild, wild, insane, or inferno. The number is the same, 588-WING, 588-9464. Damon's Restaurant on West Cherry Street in Jessup. Dining room now open for business. Come on in and enjoy a great meal today.
8:16 with WIFO, world famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, First Southern Bank, and Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings.
Football is upon us. Again, the first game a week from tonight in Statesboro, but the first Touchdown Club meeting is this coming Monday night at Western Sizzlin. Always a lot of fun. We have the president of the Touchdown Club in the studio along with head coach Ken Cribb. Before we get to the coach, we'll talk with Lynn about the meeting Monday night, explain what's going to take place, and encourage everybody to come. Everybody is invited.
That's right. I appreciate you having us on. Yeah, we're going to have our first Touchdown Club meeting. It'll be Monday night at the Western Sizzlin. Going to be a little different this year. Of course, we all know with the concerns with the virus, and you know we're taking all the necessary precautions for everything. It's really changed our entire year as a whole. But our meeting will take place, and it'll be same time. So it'll start at 7 o'clock. The Western Sizzlin. This year, our memberships, we're just going to do the $25 membership for the Touchdown Club instead of doing the full amount that we normally do. That way, we can you're going to pay as you go as far as your meals. So each time you show up to the meeting, you'll just actually pay, or give us a check or money, whatever, to the Touchdown Club to bill, and then we'll write one check for the meal. That way, for something, some reason, we have to, halt the club meetings due to whatever guidelines are in place at the time, then you're not spending money for nothing. So we want to do that. Of course, Western Sizzlin, they've done a great job accommodating us. They're going to, make sure they follow all the guidelines and safety precautions for us. So that's how we're going to do it. So our first meeting will be this coming Monday, the 31st, at the Western Sizzlin.
Any concern, a lot of these members, they've been there many, many years. So
right.
There's some elderly gentlemen. So any concern about the attendance this year? Is that why they're doing that? I'm in that category, but there's a lot of guys I know that have been there a lot longer than I have as well.
Yeah, I know attendance is going to be down. Everything has changed this year. I mean, this is a whole different thing. The coach and I we've talked many times about just how everything is different this year. But it's just this year. That's the beautiful thing about it. We're hoping at least it's just this year. And people say, what you're changing this, you're changing this. No, we're just altering it for 1 year. And then, we're going back. It goes back to the seating. And I'll get to that in a minute, how we're going to handle the seating in the stands and concessions and everything. So it's a temporary, it's a temporary thing, but it's for everyone's safety, and it's for it's and peace of mind. That's the best thing. Like you said, if you don't feel comfortable, then we totally understand. Why you're not there. We know you still support us, you're still there for us, but if it's for concern for your health or your family's health, then we totally understand that.
Well, Coach, they asked you yesterday at the Rotary Club about how you felt about each individual school having their own game plan on what's going to take place on Friday night, and that's the way it is at the moment. GHSA is just giving each school system carte blanche, so it's a different game plan for every school system. They asked you, as we mentioned, we still have about a month to go before we can have to get a plan in place because our first game's not until September 25th at home. But are you working on those plans and decisions on how it's going to work on Friday night?
We are. We've been working on it for a while, and got some ideas, and right now, and just waiting to kind of just keep observing and seeing what everybody's doing, and we'll adjust ours as needed, but feel pretty good about it, and just doing the best we can with what we got, the information we have at the moment. But hopefully things continue to improve, and we can adjust them and open up a little more and more. But most definitely want to just make sure we put safety first, and try to help our community get back to having some normality and enjoyment, and without being too risky.
And Lynn, you got the information on the tickets. Nicole Landon sent out a email to all season ticket holders. So what's the game plan on that?
As of right now, like I said, everything's kind of a fluid motion. We've got a little while before our first home game, but right now we have a plan in place, and I'll kind of explain that to you. It's challenging because we have a limited number of seats that are going to be available as far as in the reserve seats. Of course, general admission, we ask, for your social distancing, if you're in your family pods or your friend pods, that's fine. You want to, make sure you space out. This year might be a little different where we're going to have to, maybe have some people sit on the visitor side. There's more room. We have a huge stadium if you think about it from that point of view. So, it might be a situation if it's a big crowd that's possible. But as far as reserved seats, we're going to sell less than the normal amount, of course, because we can't have everybody packed in there into the reserved seat section. So for this year only, and I want to stress that it's this year only, what we're going to do is, we've been diligently trying to find a way to keep all of our current seat owners available. If you're a current reserved seat ticket holder, if you have graduating seniors this season and you want to sit in reserved seats, we're going to do everything we can to make sure you do that. I know I've given my tickets up this year. I'm not, I don't need them. I know several of my friends have cut down, from getting large groups to small to accommodate people. We're going to abide by social distancing guidelines, and so reserved seats will be different this year. This season, you'll be purchasing a reserved seating pass. It's one pass per seat. There will not be assigned seats. So, in other words, if you've got your reserved seat tickets, you're allowed in the reserved seat section. We've marked off seats that you aren't allowed to sit in. So basically, it's first come, first serve. So, if you get there at 6:30, and your seat's available that you've been sitting in for 30 years, like I have, then you can go sit there. But if somebody's sitting in it, or if it's marked out, you're going to have to find somewhere else to sit. So it is a first come, first serve, but you will be in the reserved seat section. Monday, letters will be mailed out to the current seat owners. If anyone is willing to reduce the number of seats, please let us know as quick as possible. But again, it's just this season.
And you say let us know. Who do they need to contact?
We've got an email address, and I'll read it off in just a second to contact.
Okay.
But basically, this is something that the board, Coach Cribb, Nicole, Jay Brinson, we've all sat down and tried to get the best scenario for everyone. Because normally we sell about 400 seats in the reserved seat section. We have more people this year wanting more tickets. So we're only going to be able to sell around 290, 295. So that tells you, it's going to be cut down significantly. Regardless of what you decide to do this season, next season we're going to go back to however many tickets you used to have. We'll go back like this year never happened. So you'll have an opportunity to renew your seats just like you did. Like this year, there was just a fluke. Please email, and that's what I want to. No calls, because the calls to the school. When Nicole, she'll be overwhelmed. She's a very busy person. She's great at what she does. So just email with the number of seats. We're going to have this whole thing on the Touchdown Club website. But the email is wchsyellowjackets912@gmail.com, and that'll be in the letter that we sent out. So, and we'll do that by September 1st is when that'll go live. Once we see how many seats that have been requested by the current seat owners, we can hopefully let everyone know when to pick up the cards. You'll pay $100 per seat. This could probably be the first home game of the 25th, so it might be you pick your tickets up the day of the home game because everything's fluid. It's really sad, for this to happen this season. We have 48 new people wanting reserved seat tickets, and we're going to try to accommodate that. But we're still going to have to abide by social distancing. Something different this year we're going to do. Starting September 1st, you could purchase a JV and varsity football general admission season pass for $40 for adults. You can go to the Wayne County High School website and purchase the pass through RevTrack. You'll be asked to attach a picture for your pass. This is an online thing. So you'll have a pass. You won't have to worry about buying a ticket again all year. You flash it at the JV game or the home games, and it gets you in for general admission. So that's kind of where we stand. Something else that's going to be different this year is the concessions. According to the guidelines and rules, we cannot open the concession stands. However, it is allowed for us to be able to still serve from the pavilion as long as it's prepackaged food. What that means is, unfortunately, Reed and the guys won't be out there cooking sausage dogs and hamburgers like in the past. But we do have some restaurants that follow the guidelines that are just going to help us out and supply us with some food. So we can sell food and drinks outside at the Touchdown Club Pavilion on the way in. We don't know yet, and I stress this: we don't know yet if we'll be able to have anything inside the stadium.
So no sausage dog.
No sausage dog this year.
Oh gosh!
I know.
I don't even know if I'll be able. I don't even know if I'll be able to get up in the booth without sausage.
Yeah.
I can't get a Reed Brown sausage dog. Come on.
Well, I'll see if Reed will cook you one of the houses like the sticky one. But it's trust me. Reed told me
you just ruined my whole weekend.
Reed told me Reed was cooking for us Wednesday night, actually, with a group of people, but he told us the other day. He said, "Lynn, do you realize that this is the first time in over 30 years that I hadn't cooked on a Friday night for home
exactly.
game?" That's how long those guys have been helping us out.
Oh, man,
30 years.
I'm telling you, those guys are there
Man,
through thick and thin. But,
man, we can't thank them enough.
Good. Well, again, we'll get all this information. Continue to get the coach. Let's talk about Friday night. What's going to take place? I talked to the Statesboro AD. He seems to think they're going to go 50% capacity. So they said they got a huge stadium, so they're not discouraging anybody that wants to come over to the game from Wayne County to come. So that's a good thing, because I know how Wayne County travels. So should have a pretty good crowd over there Friday night.
Yeah, we're excited. We think it's going to be a good showing, and kids are anxious, and just the next week's going to seem like it lasts a million years.
How have you been able to have all these practices with not one kid testing positive? I mean, that's just Silver Colquitt's got all their offensive, defensive linemen. They got to shut down their first 2 weeks. They're going to. They've got to quarantine a bunch of players. I mean, we've just been blessed.
Knock on wood,
it's just amazing. Yeah, I mean,
it really is. It really is. And we like I said, we have 80 kids out and 12 coaches, and just working real hard. Every day I in practice talking about be very smart. Make sure you're wearing your mask everywhere you can. Make sure you're using hand sanitizer. Stay as clean as possible. And if you know of anyone that you suspect is feeling ill, or just stay away.
They must be doing a good job, because college coaches saying it's easy to control when you have them on campus, but when they go to class and things like that, that's what worries you. So
that's
it's going to be the same thing for you. I mean, you can control them when you get them with you, but when they go home, they got to be pretty. They've been pretty smart. It
is, and worried about it, because honestly, I don't think it's real. I think it hadn't gotten here quite yet, a little bit, but as soon as it does, if people feel ill, it appears that they're doing a good job of quarantining and separating themselves. So that's the key. As long as, even if you get sick, if you immediately feel a little ill, and take precautions, and but I don't know the answer. But I just keep my fingers crossed. I am concerned about it, because a lot of these schools, they lose a few players, they shut down. So if everybody does that, the season could be in jeopardy.
Right. What's that word they use? It's a fluid situation. It drives me crazy. It's a fluid situation. Everything's fluid. So, but Lynn, you got some other things.
Statesboro, we're just talking about the game next Friday. Statesboro is sending some guidelines as far as how they're, want to handle the situation at their stadium. We'll have that out. We'll put it on our website, and we'll have it on the Facebook.
But I'm just letting people know now, they're not discouraging anybody from coming.
Not at all.
Like I said, their stadium's huge. They said that even at 50% capacity, they don't think they're going to hit that.
Yeah.
I just want people, because people want to know, because there's a lot of places you're going to find out they're not going to let you in. So, because like I said, everybody's got their own guidelines.
And we travel huge, so
I'm just saying, talking to their AD, he said that please tell people in Wayne County, if they want to come next Friday night, to please come, because they don't think it's going to be a problem. So.
Every team, every program is going to be struggling this year when it comes to revenue. I mean, think about it.
Right.
No revenue from concessions, ticket sales down. Everything's different. Speaking of tickets, tickets are going to be purchased for the Statesboro game online. We'll put Nicole will have that out, and we'll have that on our website soon. So that'll be coming out Monday. But tickets for that game will be on Monday, as well as the guidelines they want us to follow as far as in their stadium. So we'll have that ready by Monday.
Well, again, we'll keep everybody up to date. But Coach, again, we're looking forward to it. Again, the countdown's underway. Knock on wood, everything will go well. We'll play Friday night in Statesboro. Like I said, it's not a region opponent this year, but it's a very familiar opponent. It's always been a good, tight game. Coach Kaiser's done a good job since the game. Again, he's a hometown kid there, and he's built that program. They've been down several years, but they're slowly but surely building it back up. So should be an exciting game. Look forward to it. Have the high school scoreboard show next Friday night. Have the coaches show next week as well. So Coach, again, just continue to keep everybody safe, keep on doing what you're doing, and we'll continue to count it down. Again, a week from tonight, we'll be in Statesburg calling a football game, and really looking forward to it. It's been a while since we called a game.
It has.
So
it has. It's been, probably anticipation's probably built up so much now. I think everybody's going to be relieved once that whistle blows and we can, kick off the first kickoff. So I guess it'll be back to normal at that point.
It'll be fun. Seems as high school been going well. You've been there all week.
I want to tell you now, that's been amazing. I don't know if they ever go back to the way we had been, entering the high school, but 33 years, I'm telling you, it's quiet. The kids are everybody's masking, and it's just it's been amazing.
Talking to Brett McDaniel, he said the kids are just excited to be on campus.
They are.
They're all doing what they're asked to do, everything. But again, the board members mentioned it at their meeting Monday night under comments with the board members. They just got to commend the administration, the principals, the teachers, everybody involved, because a lot of work was put in to get things in place with the hand sanitizers, the masks, and things like that. So just kudos to everybody that
you'd have to really see it to believe it, Rob. I'm telling you, they've done an amazing job.
All reports I've gotten, everything seems to be going well. I mean, talk to teachers and students, but talking to the kids, they just seem to be ecstatic to be back on campus and be back with their friends and be back in a classroom. So hopefully it continues to go well here in Wayne County. We'll continue to follow it, but really excited about next Friday night. Can't wait. So maybe we'll get you in next week before the game. So back in here, talk more about the team. But again, appreciate you coming in, and any other information we need to get, just tell Nicole to send our way, and we'll be glad to get it on next week on the air. But
appreciate it.
Y'all have a great weekend.
Thanks, Bob.
Let's go for Friday's Butch and Bob Show.
Butch and Bob on WIFO, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, First Southern Bank, and Damon's Famous Fingers and Wings. 8:33, got an update from Fox News Radio. That's up next.
The Bottom Line sales event is on at Woody Folsom Nissan. If you're hunting a real good, feel-good deal, Woody Folsom has a message for you.
Yes, sir. You can spit on the fire and call in the dogs, because the hunt's over. Woody Folsom Nissan in Vidaya's got what you're hunting for, and it's always in season.
0 for 60 NEMAC financing available on all new Nissan Frontiers. Most powerful and comfortable Frontier ever. Keeps you connected and protected. 0 for 60 on 2020 Frontier, Rogue, and Rogue Sport. Rogue's America's best-selling SUV. Acres of pre-owned in stock, too. From Focus to Genesis G90, we've got them. Prices start from just $12,900. Test drive new Altima, Maxima, and all the rest during the